Practical Talker Sports Show is back on this Monday. Heavy weekend of sports, a lot going on. Jordan here as always. Tom to my right today. Ringo over the Skype. How are we doing today? Heavy weekend, I should say, of sports.
Well, not only that, just me personally, I am in a daze. I took some NyQuil. Ringo's face is telling it all. Yeah, Ringo, you know what? I can't be sick and do it. All right, we're feeling.
You're not allowed to be sick, Tom. Not at all.
You feel under the weather today, Tom?
You know, we're feeling a little bit under the weather. You know, the games yesterday, fantasy-wise, great weekend. You know, last week lost my survivor pool. I'm out on the Rams. This week 3-0 in fantasy. All right, it's a good week.
Your teams?
Yeah, good week. Held on, won by barely a point, 2 points maybe.
3 fantasy teams, like that doesn't like could feel like you don't get caught in like a bad tip. Like I want this guy to do good, but I got this guy, or I'm playing this guy, but I got this guy.
I found the key. Don't check on it too much. Only check on it here and there, maybe like every half or so. Don't score watch, because then you'll be like, oh, I have Adam Thielen this week, but I'm playing at him. What do I want?
Yeah, I couldn't
then
do
you
that.
just
Tom's not wrong. I'm in 3 leagues too, and you can't. If you check it all the time, you're just going to be happy, unhappy, happy, unhappy. If you just wait, if you wait till like 7 o'clock and you just look at it, it just is what it is.
Yeah, but not
I
only that.
wouldn't want that.
So you know which guys you have, so when you see it, you're like, okay, good. But sometimes you don't know who they have until when you check it. Or I check it every so often just so I know if I'm coming down to the wire what I'm looking at. Like yesterday, I had all my players went. I was at 105, let's say. And the other team had Aaron Rodgers and Jimmy Graham, and they're at 103 with the fourth quarter to play. Was not looking good for me.
Yeah, no, me and Ray were watching your fantasy matchup at down to the wire. And Rodgers and Jimmy Graham couldn't get 2 more points.
Yep.
You came
so
out the win.
off.
So still undefeated.
I watched
in our
that.
league.
That I did watch. But just check it maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, I don't. I stick with one team and that's it. I can't do more than one. I wouldn't be able to do that with the fact that I need this guy, but this guy's on this team or whatever. And it makes it more exciting for me. I got only one team to focus on. So if one guy does good, that's good. I don't have to worry about Keenan Allen. Oh, I'm playing Keenan Allen.
Yeah, but see, here's the thing. You have one team. Say, for some reason, injuries, what have you. You're 0-4, 0-5.
2 years ago in fantasy, I didn't make the playoffs, but my team was depleted by injuries, like one after another. I just had to keep making free agent moves, and I made myself a contender. I got the 7th seed. 6 teams make it. 2 years ago, I was the 7th seed. I barely missed it. So I did what I had to do.
You do what you – no, I'm not saying that you don't have to do what you have to do. I'm saying is something happens, you go 0-4, 0-5. Yep. That's it for fantasy. But then now, if you had a couple other teams, you could.
Then I go play DraftKings or FanDuel.
It's got pros and
weekly
cons.
fantasy teams every week, and you're never out of it.
Are we sponsoring that now? Because I don't think we get paid by them.
There's a free plug for DraftKings and FanDuel.
Man.
Hey, but
interesting.
I've always been in it in fantasy. I've never been one of the bottom feeders like a couple kids in our league this year. This year, I'm going to win. I'm going to win this week, so I'll be 4-1.
Nick used to be top of his game.
Didn't Nick win the President's Trophy? Now I'm calling it the President's Trophy. Didn't he? He was the best team in the regular season, then got bounced in the first round one year. I remember.
Yeah,
that happens all the time.
Yeah, that was his peak, and then he hasn't really recuperated.
Right
since.
now, all you have to do is just fight to get into the playoffs. That's all that matters.
I know. Yeah, anything can happen. Hey, last year anything can happen. I lost because Drew Brees didn't get me 10 points. It's as simple as that. But
it's majority luck fantasy. You really don't need to know like a whole lot. You just need to know enough, and then you just gotta hope it goes your way.
Yeah, but also you need to know who to play, when to play. If you don't have those stars,
not all the time. You can look at matchups and be like, "Oh wow, yeah, okay." AJ Green's having a tough matchup against this big defense. He can still go off.
I did that one week.
Exactly.
I benched Cortland Sutton against the Jaguars, and he had like 12 points.
Exactly.
See, that's a bad move.
Yeah.
So
it was the Jaguars' defense. I'm expecting the Jaguars.
Well, it's not a horrible move at the time of the decision, but then it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
So
you need to know what you're doing, but if you don't have to be if a genius, if a huge football fanatic is in the league
guy
with like a casual fan, the casual fan can still beat the analytic guy in fantasy football. It comes down to that. It's luck and it's
I'm not saying you don't need to know nothing, but you can know the bare minimum and still win. AKA
Chris
Negro. Yes.
Chris won the league 3 years ago. And
yes.
That dude has no clue. Hope he listens to this one today. I hope he listens.
That's the proof right there.
But I don't know about any more if you don't know what you're doing, because there's so much with waiver wires, deep people you have to add after injuries and buys. So
you
have to be a little bit knowledgeable
after this week. And I was looking through my weeks. Quick before we wrap up fantasy here, I was looking through my weeks. I think it's like week 11. I gotta make some decisions because I got like 2 names on a bye, and like I got my quarterback Russell Wilson and my tight end Will Dissly on a bye. So Stafford's gonna be in, but I gotta get a tight end, and then like another week I have a running back and a receiver at the same time. So like I just gotta win until that week because I know I'm gonna lose one of those weeks.
I was gonna say, if you do get to that week and you're pretty much locked in for a playoff spot, basically locked into whatever seed you're at, you don't really have to worry about too much. You don't want to drop anyone that you might have to use.
Yeah, I might just like play with no quarterback and no tight end. But
I've done it before. I've won kicker, no kicker.
What's kicker? I'm talking about quarterback. Quarterback, I do have Stafford already. But then I just have no tight end.
Some of these games, it's weird with the quarterbacks this season. A lot of them are hit or miss. Phillip Rivers, he's killed it, and then he went for
yesterday.
7 points or so.
Him too. Keenan Allen did nothing for me.
Tom Brady last week had 4 or 5 points.
Yeah,
Deshaun Watson this week had 40 points. It's
50, 51.
Well, I was going to say 40 for my other one.
Yeah. It's weird. One of the only quarterbacks that's been consistent, Russell Wilson. My guy. So, where were we going? All right, so we didn't plan for the fantasy talk, but we just did 6.5 minutes on it. That was just random. I plan on opening with a lot going on this weekend sport-wise. You had hockey, the Islanders opening weekend, Rangers opening weekend. You had football, the Giants, Jets. But like the big one this weekend was the MLB playoffs, specifically the Yankees. We said on Friday show where we go into Monday, the Yankees up 2-0, when we go into them even, or we go down 2-0. We went up with the first option. Yankees going to Minnesota, 8:40 game start, ALDS game 3. The Yankees have a commanding 2-0 lead with 2 blowout wins over the Twins. Tonight, Yankees send out Severino. The Twins send out Jake Odorizzi. The Jakes. The Minnesota Jakes. The Minnesota Jakes.
Jake 58.
The Jake 58. So the Twins sent out Odorizzi. The Yankees sent out Severino for game 3 in Minnesota. Yankee bats just... Game 1, it was like, okay, when are they going to get? When are they going to bust? When are they going to get it? When are they going to get it? It was like by the 3rd inning, I think it took, like the 4th inning, and it was like the 1st inning they were there, nothing. 2nd inning they were there, nothing, and then like, boom, runs.
I was going to say with the Yankees, it's a classic when, not if, because it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen.
Twins, it's not like the Astros yet, where it's like
that's what I was going to say.
Three-headed monster.
The Yankee Astros is going to be a good series just because of the Astro pitching.
Right now, we're looking like we're going to get that, but we'll just go with the if right now because both it's not over. But, the Twins, 1st inning, 2nd batter, 1 out, home run, 1-0 Twins, just like that. Like, okay, Paxton, are we going back to the first half of the season, Paxton, where you can't get out of the 1st inning? But then he kind of cooled down. I think you had 3 unearned through 4 2/3 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. He looked okay. Yankee bats woke up and just teed off in game 1. Go back to Friday's game. Yeah, it was a 3rd inning. They put up a 3rd inning. Minnesota made it 2-0, and then the bottom half of that inning, the Yankees scored. They made a fielding error, Minnesota, but hey, it's postseason baseball. Just put the ball in play. Strikeouts won't help you. Just put the ball in play. And what happened? They put the ball in play. They couldn't execute a double play. 2 runs scored, and Yankees took the lead. And then the 5th inning, Minnesota tied it. Bottom half of the inning, Yankees put up 2. Minnesota puts up 1 on the top of the 6th. Bottom half, Yankees respond. And then nothing in the 7th. But then the bottom of the 7th, Yankees put up 3. 10-4 win.
So
anyone on game 1.
I was letting you go. You were giving us play-by-play. You were letting us know how it was.
Yeah.
So I would say this is shocking nobody. I know some people are like, I didn't think they were going to go up 2-0, blah, blah. Like, from an outside perspective, not a fan of either team, especially not a fan of the Yankees. I'm not surprised with this. The Yankees' offense is just too high caliber, in my opinion, for the Twins. They're just not going to be able to hold them off. And as far as the Twins, I feel like they can't put it together for a string of games. I don't think they can. I don't think they will be able to come back into this series. I'm basically saying the series is over. In my opinion, that's what I'm saying.
The Yankees just got to just end it tonight. Just end it. We'll just go. Just move on. Just end it tonight.
That's what I think.
You have to think they do, and the same thing with the other series with the Astros and the Rays. You have to think the Astros are going to put it away too.
Yeah. I think the Astros are going in tonight.
I think the Twins get one.
Well, they are going against Charlie Morton, and Charlie Morton's been a stud in Tampa.
You see
Former
Cole?
Astro.
How many strikeouts did Cole have? What was it? 17?
I don't know. I'm scared to look.
It was
15.
15. He had 15 strikeouts.
Yep.
Verlander and him just looked absolutely dominant.
Yeah, in Verlander in Game 1. Verlander, Game 1 was a good pitching matchup. Glasnow versus Verlander. It was neck and neck between them two into the bottom of the fifth until they open it up.
But it's the same. It's the same thing with the Yankees series. Yankees versus Twins, Astros versus Rays. There's an obvious underdog, and I just don't think
Twins are the better team than the Rays. But
no. I'm talking about in these series.
Yeah,
Astros obviously are going to beat the Rays unless some miracle.
Yeah,
but that's what everyone was thinking before.
They both got to win the next 3 games, and that's just completely unlikely.
No, I don't think either of them are going to win one game.
Yeah, I don't think so. I agree with you. I don't think so either.
I'm not. Fat lady ain't singing yet. But yeah, the Twins' offense is very high powered. It's right behind the Yankees. It's not that no slouch on the Twins' high powered offense. They're very good. It's just can they 3 games in a row outscore the Yankees, and can their pitching hold the Yankees off the scoreboard? It's a tough task. You're asking a lot. You're not just asking, okay, just offense score runs and our pitching will handle it, or just pitching. Just do your job. No, it's pitching has to do their job, and the offense has to outscore them.
No, it's the playoffs. You need all 3 aspects: hitting, starting, relieving, to be all at the top of their game. Which is exactly why, going back to my Mets argument, which is why I didn't think they were going to do good in the playoffs, because they didn't have that third piece, which was the bullpen. Yeah. And you need that in the playoffs to get you through.
It's not like you're the Astros facing the Rays. All right, if the bats go quiet, our pitching will keep their bats quiet, and we can manage. No. It's like the Twins. If one of those goes quiet, you're screwed. If the bullpen, if the starters, or if the bats go quiet in Game 3 for the Twins, they might be screwed.
You need all 3, because once one diminishes, the other team's going to take advantage of that area. Yeah. You see that all the time.
I know. Especially with this Yankee offense. So Yankees take Game 1, 10-4. They go into Game 2. And the Minnesota throws out some guy that shouldn't be starting in an ALDS. Yankees put up 1 in the first and hit him around. Nothing in the second, still hit him around. And in the third, the game was over. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, Jordan briefly mentioned it about the Minnesota's high-powered offense. And he's not wrong. They're definitely high-powered. They beat the Yankees actually in home runs this season. Shocking, but it was 307 to 306. Still beat them. And obviously they were number 1 in the MLB.
107 to 106.
But still, they're saying they're right there with the Yankees in offense. So even though the Yankees might have the names, the Twins still can produce the offense. Yeah. And then in runs, they're still right there with the Yankees. The Yankees were first in the MLB with 943 for the season. Minnesota right there at second, 939. 4 runs.
Yeah.
That's a game. Yeah. Basically a game.
Twins are right there. Man, you got to put it together in the postseason. And right now, the Yankees are putting it together. The Twins are not. Twins are 4 runs in the first game. Okay, 4 is not bad. 2 is not going to cut it. So, the second game, the game was over by the bottom of the third inning. And then the game pretty much was a dud for the remainder of the game.
So you say the 4 runs. 4 runs is not bad. And it's not bad. But it's not bad if you're versing an NL team or in the regular season. It's not bad. But in the postseason, versing the Yankees, you need to put up more than 4.
Yeah, if you're the Twins, if you're the Astros and you put up 4 against the Yankees, you can win that game. But you don't have that. The Twins don't have that pitching. The Twins don't have those guys in the mound.
But I just don't think the Astros are going to be happy putting up 4. I think you need to put up.
If they put up 4 and 1,
you're always going to be happy putting up more runs. But I get what Jordan's saying, because the Astros have pitching to contain the Yankees more than the Twins do.
Well, obviously, and then you can put up 1 run and be happy with it if you win the game.
Yeah, if you got Garrett Cole striking out 96 guys in 3 innings, I think you'll be happy with putting up 1 run. But yeah, back to Game 2.
Do you think they'll be happy if they put up no runs?
Who put up the Astros? If they put up
no runs? Be happy?
Only if the other team puts up negative runs. That's the only way they'll be happy.
The Astros take Game 1 0 to -6.
Yeah.
But Yeah, no.
How about that Dodger game last night? Dodger Nationals.
Did they put up negative runs?
No, but I'm just saying.
No, I'm kidding. It's possible.
That's been the better. I think the better of the series so far in the playoffs.
Exciting.
Well, because I was a little nervous because the Braves.
No, the Cardinal and Braves has been pretty exciting. The NL series have been very exciting.
Well, the Braves won, so I was not pleased with that. Then I see the Nationals are winning, and it's the last half of the game, 5th, 6th inning. Nationals are winning. Not excited about this because you're telling me if I have to watch the Braves versus Nationals, that means at least one of them is going to win, and I don't want that.
That's a good point, Tom.
Yeah, right. Someone has to win unless they both get negative runs, which would just be shocking.
Yeah.
So, and then Nationals come. They put out Patrick Corbin, good pitcher. You'd think hold him a little bit.
He was the one that who went up the game.
Dodgers opened up the
Yeah.
floodgates. Yep, it was 2-1, bottom 6 or in the 6th inning, and then
it was the top of the 6th.
Top of the 6th, and then
7
Patrick
runs.
Corbin left, and it was 5-2. Yep.
Damn, Patrick Corbin. Yeah, that's not what they. Yep, that's not. Maybe short rested. Maybe he's not good for the bullpen. He is the starter there.
It raised his postseason ERA to 9.45.
Good.
What is he, Kershaw or something? Come on now, guys.
Yeah.
But quickly back to the Yankee game on Game 2. Bottom of the 3rd inning was the whole game, and then that was it. It was kind of a dud afterwards. Gregorius puts the game completely out of reach, putting up a 7 spot, hitting a grand slam. That was amazing. Gregorius
Slammed that he thought it was foul.
He said he knew it was gone. He was gonna bat flip and then changed his mind mid bat flip. That's why he did that reaction. That's what he said.
I didn't like the reaction at all, unless you thought it was foul.
It kind of looked like he was gonna bat flip, and then during the bat flip, he thought it was gonna be foul, so he caught it again, and then he's like, "Oh, it's gone," and then just went. That's what it looked like. But he said he was gonna bat flip and then change his mind.
You're in the postseason. You hit a huge grand slam. You could bat flip. I don't think anybody's gonna care.
Yeah, that would have been
Obviously
pretty.
the
Yeah.
Twins.
Yeah, but
care,
I get what Didi's doing. He doesn't want to bat flip and it's foul, and he looks like a.
But he said he knew it was gone.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And he changed his mind on the bat flip while the bat was going. He went left hand
Because he probably
and then caught it with his right hand. And while the bat was in the air, he's like, "I don't want to bat flip," and caught it.
Did he mean on the initial hit he thought it was gone, and then when looking at it he realized it might not
just
be?
knew it was gone from
the whole time.
That's what
Okay, I thought then I don't
He
know.
changed his mind during
And while
the
he's
bat
doing
flip.
all this, he's at the plate for 5 seconds. I have more of a problem with that than a bat flip and go.
No, there's no problem with that. I have no problem with him sitting at the plate.
No, I have no problem.
Unless if you're sitting at the plate watching it and like staring at it and pointing at it, then yeah, that's a problem. But he wasn't doing any of that. But
that could have been worth a negative run.
That could have been a net. You get runs taken off. But Didi was struggling hard going into the postseason. Had a bad game 1, and then goes 3 for 4 game 2 with the grand slam. So,
and then I also saw this still on the Yankee game here. People are in an uproar that the Yankee fans chanted Uber at the Twins pitcher who was an Uber driver during his minor league stint and spring training.
yeah, people were like all upset.
People are in an uproar about this.
Oh, God help. Oh, no.
Like, do I think you should ever make fun of someone for doing what they need to, getting a second job? No, absolutely not. But do I think it's more than just them having a little bit of fun?
It's just them having no fun.
I don't think. I was going to say, I think the guy's okay. He's in the MLB postseason.
They chanted
pitching.
"Who's Your Daddy" at Pedro in 2003 or 2004. So I think Uber is okay.
I think this would be better than them chanting anything about somebody's family.
That's what you're gonna get when you go to a New York game in the postseason. The fans, we've seen it with the Islanders. You chant everything and anything you can. Anything you think of, any wisecrack gets chanted.
Yeah, but then everyone gets butthurt nowadays. They're a little too sensitive about it. So like going back to that Tavares game, we had the whole uproar about the crowd.
Yeah.
Like, but that Uber, like, what? It's just funny. Like, it's not. I didn't find it like, I was like, huh, funny. That was a good chant. Just like, okay, chanted Uber, but I didn't know everyone would get so upset about it.
I don't think anyone's trying to make fun of someone for busting their ass.
Yeah, it's not meant
jobs.
in like malicious pretend, like, you were trying to support yourself by doing Uber, you loser. No, it was just, Uber.
I was going to say, did I think it was a great chant and funny? No, not at all. Do I think that it's worth, how dare you? No, not at all. Yeah. You just take it and you move on. That's it.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly how you got to take it. Like, okay, let's move on. So, yeah, Yankees destroy the Twins 8-2. Twins put up a 1 spot in the 4th, 1 spot in the 9th, and they lose a 8-2 game. Tanaka looked really good, came into trouble the first inning, got into an inning-ending double play, and the Yankees take a 2-0 lead into Monday. Monday, we can have every single series end, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
Every single series can end Monday. Yep.
All right, let's take a guess. How many end? Jordan, how many of those series end?
I want to go with the 2 AL series. I can see the other NL series going Game 7, even though it's Game 5. But
I want to say 3. I just don't know which of the NL series I want to pick to end.
I'm going 3. I think
you got Scherzer on the hill.
But I think the Dodgers. Did you see him mouthing off?
Yeah, mouthing off. That was insane.
Could you? I think if I was a batter and I was watching that, I think I might chuckle to myself a little bit. Some people might be intimidated. I think I would laugh at that.
I want to know who the batter was that was in the box when he did that. When he was just cursing like a lunatic. But, he goes tonight to try to save the national season in Washington, down 2-1. Then you got Keuchel versus Hudson. With Hudson, I don't know who this guy is, at home trying to save the Cardinal season. Greinke versus Morton, with Morton trying to save the Rays season at home. Every team that's on the brink of elimination tonight is at home. Twins, Rays, Cardinals, and the Nationals.
Yeah, I think the
Well, that makes sense because it's all
Dodgers
Game
and
3.
the 2 ALs finish it off.
Well, the Nationals could be up 2-1 right now. They could be on the brink of going on to the next round.
That's great. So can everyone else. Everyone could be up 2-1.
Yep.
Got a full day of baseball from 1 to 8:40.
All right. Just for tonight's game, I hope, as a Yankee fan, we don't get wild card game Severino against the Twins, where he went up 3 runs in the first inning and didn't get an out. He's looked good in his 3 starts this year. At the end of the year, he kind of looked better in the past postseasons. I take that, except for that last start against the Red Sox when they lost like 19-2 or something like that. Remember that last year? He was the starter of that game. So I don't know what Severino in the postseason right now.
You honestly don't know what you're going to get from him because you haven't seen him at all this season.
And we haven't seen him consistently perform well in the postseason. He's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah. So it's really you see the name Severino out there, but it's a bigger question mark than you think.
Because he looked better in the last year's wild card game against the A's, and then he pitched against Boston, got obliterated, and then against the Twins in 2017, he got destroyed, didn't even get an out. I forgot how his follow-ups were. I think he had good games against the Indians and against the Astros that year. So then you have those 2 games, but then you have that game against Boston where they just knocked him out of the game by the 3rd inning. So it's hit or miss right now, Severino. 2 really bad starts and 3 really good starts. I'm pretty sure he's had 5 starts in the postseason. I'm just going off the top of my head. 2 really bad ones and 3 pretty good ones.
Unless he has like a Noah Syndergaard 10-run first inning start, you do have the bats in the bullpen to possibly recover, but that's like worst case scenario you would hope. But you got to see what you're gonna get from him tonight.
Interesting strategy by Boone in the first. I saw it more often in the first game, where he'd bring in a guy for an inning out of the bullpen, and then he'd be done. Bring a guy in for a batter, then he'd be done. He used all of his weapons in that first game.
Big game.
I was gonna say none of that, but maybe he's just not trying to spoil anyone for the next game.
Maybe he just wanted to guarantee at least a split at home. I don't know.
No,
but some pitchers just don't work.
Maybe he wants to get guys throwing because they had a long layoff. It's been like a little more than a week since they last pitched, so he wants to get every guy in there.
And he's literally looking at each at-bat as a matchup.
Yeah, each at-bat. In the postseason, every at-bat's a huge at-bat. So
yeah,
maybe looked at it that way. But those arms should all be good to go by today because you had like Loizica. You had who pitched in that mugging on the 8-2 game. Who pitched? Yankees had Canely, Ottavino, and then it went to Lyons and Loizica. So you still have the big guns available. Britton could pitch. Could Canely pitch and Ottavino? I'm pretty sure they can. Let me go. Box. Let me see who pitched. Ottavino pitched 1 batter. Yeah, Ottavino can definitely pitch tonight. He pitched 1 inning on Saturday, 1 batter on Friday. Canely pitched an inning on Saturday, and on Friday pitched 2/3 of an inning.
I think everyone's open.
Yeah, everyone's good to go. Yeah,
everyone's available.
Everyone's available tonight. Yeah, you can go. You could send the whole army at him. Yeah, everyone's good to
Finish.
So, yeah, even with that one guy after another thing on Friday, they're still good to go tonight. So, didn't hurt him. No harm, no foul in that Friday game. And it also helps you had that blowout yesterday. 2 days ago, 8-2, when you were able to pitch Lions, who pitched very good, and then Loizac closed out the game. So that's sucks for the Twins, and it's huge for the Yankees. Not an ideal start to the series for the Twins. Blown out 2 games. You didn't expend the bullpen. You didn't get to the starters, and the Yankee bats look like they're just going to not stop hitting.
But is it a total shock?
No,
it's not. Yeah,
it's not.
It's not a total shock.
I don't want to like get ahead of myself.
Yeah, no. I'm not like to just be like cocky. Like I'm obviously a Mets fan, but like it just from any baseball fan's perspective, it's not a total shock at all.
Yeah.
But
what you're seeing from this series
that has nothing to do with MLB or any sports that we ever talk, but is a total shock.
What?
So the Korean PGA Tour has suspended a golfer for 3 years after he flipped off a fan because they were using their cell phone during his swing.
3 years.
3 years.
That's a little heavy. Can
You think?
you appeal that?
I don't know, but 3 years?
This is why all those countries are better than us in everything, because they have no tolerance for anything.
Could you imagine
Earl
Korean
Thomas flipped off his own coach and he can get suspended.
Could you imagine like a Kareem Hunt over there?
He'd be dead. He'd be dead.
But 3 years for flipping somebody off because they were in the wrong. Everyone knows you don't make noise. You don't do anything during a backswing. And
I'm assuming this is the Korean PGA Tour.
So this isn't. This isn't.
Were they in Korea when this happened?
I'm gonna go with yes, since it's the Korean PGA Tour.
Well, the U.S. is the PGA Tour. They play in England, right? They go overseas. I don't know.
But 3
years.
years.
Assuming it's South Korea.
3 years is a little steep.
Yeah.
Can't be north.
Yeah, can't, right? They don't really do much there. So
I know if this happened to Ringo would be like, oh, that's okay, and take a picture with this guy. But this guy's in the right.
The guy that has Tyreek Hill and Kareem Hunt on his fantasy team.
Hey, it's all about the money. All right, I'm trying to win games.
All right.
Yeah, you got you there.
But
move on.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying, this guy is in the right. He should be mad. I don't think he should.
That's not what you said. You said something different.
What did you say?
No, I'm saying that if this guy got 3 years for flipping somebody off because they used their cell phone and distracted him during his backswing, just imagine if Tyreek Hill or Kareem Hunt.
Flipping someone off put him in the wrong.
But I don't think it did.
Yeah, no, you can't flip someone off.
What?
How could you say? How could you say that? But hate Kareem Hunt and Tyreek Hill.
Flipping someone off and beating your child or wife is a little bit different.
It's still okay. I understand it's different, but it's still in the wrong regardless.
No.
Not doing anything would be in the right.
And both of them reacted that way. It's not how you react. Yeah. He shouldn't have been suspended for 3 years. Maybe like 3 days.
Like, do I think he's the best person ever? And he didn't do anything wrong? No, maybe not. But do I think he should have been suspended at all? No.
Maybe like a slap on the wrist.
The fan should have been thrown out.
Yeah, the fan should have been thrown out if he's distracted. Yeah, but he shouldn't have. He made himself wrong by flipping off.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
This is not Ron Artest going into the
can't
stands
flip
beating
off the
people.
Fans.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Mr. Met. Mr. Met got in trouble.
He works for a company. He works for the PGA, and he did something that hurts them by flipping off a fan. So he's in the wrong 100%. He doesn't have to beat a child to be in the wrong.
Okay, but now, did it actually hurt them, though? Or did it help them? Because
bad publicity is good publicity. Okay, so
I'm saying, did it actually help them, though? Because no one ever talks about the Korean PGA Tour ever in the U.S., obviously.
So leagues that don't get attention should start flipping people off?
No, but
where are you going with this?
I'm not going anywhere other than the fact that this guy should not be suspended 3 years.
Yeah, he should be suspended 3 years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, we agree with you there, but
he still should be punished for flipping off a fan. You can't flip off the fans,
we're in agreement that the punishment was harsh, but you're trying to argue that he had every right to flip off the fan.
I'm not
because he was in the wrong.
I'm not upset that he flipped him off.
Yeah, no. Like, did the fan deserve to be flipped off? Yeah, but you can't do it though.
Exactly.
You can't though. You gotta
You're not behind closed doors. You're in the public eye.
Like hide his mouth, whisper it to him.
You can like Pete Weber. Remember the bowler? Who do you think you are? I am. He was mad that somebody in the crowd was distracting him. He didn't flip off the guy. He did it like an ass.
I was gonna say,
hey, get that guy out of here.
I think that the Pete Weber situation is a lot more heinous than this.
No, it's not, because Pete Weber
didn't he do a crotch chop?
Not to the fan. He just did it because Pete Weber always did that as a celebration, and he didn't do it to the fan. He does that as a celebration because he likes DX, the WWE faction. That's not worse celebrating and like telling someone to remove a fan than literally flipping off a fan on camera.
Yeah, you can't do that
on camera. Okay,
Mr. Met got in trouble for doing it.
I love how you're saying it like Mr. Met's a real person. Yeah. Mr. Met, he got suspended.
He's filing for grievances along with Antonio Brown.
Him and Mr. Met, yeah.
Against the league. So, in conclusion, 3 years, a little too harsh.
Yeah, a little steep, yeah.
I'm sure everyone's done
my
for
opinion,
that news.
This guy deserved it. Everyone knows
flipped off.
Everyone knows
do it.
Golf, backswings. You do not make a noise. You do not talk. You do not distract. That's just simple golf 101.
And the fan should have been reprimanded and kicked out. And should he have been flipped
but not
off?
by the golfer.
But the golfer can't flip him off.
Yeah.
The golfer goes to the caddy, hey, flip that guy off for me.
He just does a subtle like that as he's walking by.
Drive by.
Yeah, drive by middle finger.
Right. Man.
So
that's
our weekly Korean tour update.
No, I was gonna say that's our probably not only Korean PGA Tour, but that's probably our golf talk for a good year.
Yeah, that's about it for golf.
That's all you got. Last
Tiger
5
Woods
minutes.
Does something.
We don't recognize golf here at the Impractical Talk.
Yeah, we don't recognize it as a sport. We don't look into it that much. But I guess to conclude baseball, the Astros are warming up right now. They're starting at 105. Then the next game is the Braves-Cardinals, Dodgers-Nationals, and then the Yankees-Twins get the last game of the night. We can have 4 series end tonight. We can have probably 1 series is going to end tonight if I had to put my money on it.
I'd say at least 1, yeah.
At least 1. I don't think if it's anything, it has to be. I think the Rays have no shot unless.
I think
has to
favorite
shut them
down. To be honest with you, the favorite might be the Yankees, then the Astros. If we're ranking them,
I love how you say at least 1, Jordan. I'm going 3 of them, man. 3.
I'm saying I'm going to rank them most likely to least likely. I say Yankees, Astros, Dodgers. Braves, Dodgers.
Oh, okay.
Braves and Cardinals has been close.
I was gonna say I think the Cardinals might pull it out tonight. I think the other 3 end.
Yeah, no. The Braves Cardinals game. Well, yesterday the Braves put up 3 in the 9th to win, and then Friday the Braves put up. They won 3-0. That was a close game.
I know it's been close, but the only reason why I'm putting the Dodgers and Nationals last is because both of those teams have a history of choking. So I feel like that could go the distance.
I was going to say, both those teams have a history of choking. They're playing each other. So
who chokes more than the other team?
Yeah, they could still both choke during the series, and then one of them's going to obviously win it.
So someone's going to out-choke somebody else.
Out-choke.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all about out-choking.
That's the baseball summary. By the time we come to you Friday, we're going to have an ALCS, and we're going to have an NLCS, most likely.
Yep.
So
and maybe the Mets have a manager.
Maybe.
But there was a thing about the Mets and Citi Field attendance. 2019 MLB attendance down for the season 1.4%. Not horrible. Obviously not good, but not horrible. 2019 Citi Field attendance up 10%.
Because they were really good for like 2.5 weeks.
I was going to say, that had to happen all in with those.
Yeah, it had to be, because the fans thought they were going to make the playoffs. So
I was going to say, but watching those games, like the series against the Nationals and a few of those games in between, that stadium was rocking. That was just fun to watch. It was a good time to be a Mets fan. It's something that you don't see too often in the last couple of years and many years before that, but it was fun to watch. It's going to be exciting to see who they could get as their manager, because I know I saw I think it was the Astro series. They were talking to Joe Girardi. I think he's calling it, and they asked him. He's like, "Yeah, have you been doing some research on Pete Alonso and everyone?" And he's like, "Well, a little bit, just staying in tune with the game." And they were trying to get out of him if he's interested or if they talk to.
It better be him.
Joe Girardi's the number 1 guy.
Yeah, it better be him.
So it should be interesting to see.
All right, that's baseball. we did have Week 5 in the National Football League. The Jets are the Jets. Still a disaster. No, we mentioned Friday. Was Mono ruled out? Was Mono ruled out? Was Darnold ruled out?
Name's Sam Mono.
Sam Mono. Was Darnold ruled out while we were on the show Friday, or was it after the show?
I think it was. I think it's while we were on the show, or slightly.
I think it was right before the show.
Right before the show?
Yeah, it happened, and then we mentioned it on the show.
No, we didn't talk about it. No, it was still up in the air. I think.
It?
Yeah, it was still up in the air.
I thought he was.
I don't remember. Bottom line, he got ruled out Friday.
Thank God he got ruled out, because if he did, he probably would have went into the hospital with a ruptured spleen. The offensive line.
Wait, I remember now. I'm sorry. It happened right before the show came on, and we talked about it. Yes, it happened right before the show.
Yep. Offensive line's in disarray. They can't get it together. Every week, it's like new heads are being thrown into that to see who can stop who.
How naive can Adam Gase and that coaching staff be to, one, hope that Sam Darnold can play, just based off hope that he will play, and two, not assume that, you know what, maybe the guy that has mono for the past month might not be able to play, so let's make sure that our backup quarterback, who's not the best, gets some first-team reps. You know, you would think, maybe even split them, okay. Maybe, 70-30, Sam. No. Sam Darnold took all of first-team reps and didn't even end up playing.
Yeah, he took all the reps Wednesday, all the first-team reps Wednesday and Thursday, and then obviously Friday he didn't take any of the reps because
hey, Luke, you're not going to do good regardless, but here's to start with no first-team reps.
Luke could have had every first-team rep. He could have doubled his reps, everything. The result would have most likely been the same.
It just adds more salt to the wound.
It just adds more salt to the wound that the coaching staff took zero preparation for this guy to at least have a chance to do better.
Like, they could have gave Luke all first-team reps, and I think he still wouldn't have been able to produce. But it's just
100%. He doesn't belong in the league.
But
the guy's a practice squad quarterback. The only reason why he's up here is because Simeon went down. He's not an NFL quarterback.
No. But see, that's the problem I get with how do they not have somebody. Like, there's a lot of people that can be playing right now that just are not in the league. I know.
Adam Gase keeps saying, and like his backup David fails. They were there in Miami, and
quarterback-wise, who's playing?
All his excuses, like Gase's excuses for these two guys still on the roster, well, also like they haven't been expecting Darnold to be out like the longer, like they want him back sooner rather than later.
Well,
obviously,
you want that.
No, they're expecting him back sooner rather than later. So I'm not defending Gase. I'm just telling you what I think his mindset is. He's wrong for this. And he likes the fact that Falk and Fales knows the system from Miami, which is that take that with a grain of salt. Doesn't mean he can play football.
I was going to say that just because he knows the system doesn't mean he can throw a football.
Exactly. You can teach a guy that's a way more competent quarterback the system very well.
I'm sure the punter on the Jets knows the Jets system, but he can't play quarterback.
Exactly.
So that's the thing, though. The Giants, not in the same situation, obviously, because quarterback, running back, completely different positions. But Giants' first-string running back goes down. Saquon Barkley, out for, 6 to 8 weeks, for whatever have you. But now the Giants are thinking he's going to come back sooner. Yesterday, Wayne Gallman goes down, concussion. And then now you have Hillman running back. Do the Giants just stay with Hillman, or do they go out and sign someone who might be more capable? It's just things that teams have to look at. If you want to stay relevant, you have to make changes.
Well, that's a little different situation now because Barkley is now expected to at least have a good shot to play next week, so they probably won't sign another guy. But if Barkley was going to have the timetable of 8 weeks, I don't think you're wrong. They should go out and see who's like CJ. I think CJ Anderson's still a free agent or like someone like that. Just pick up for the time until Saquon gets back.
Yeah, it's a good thing that Saquon's back on the field, like looking normal. Because if he wasn't, then they'd have to make a running back move, like a CJ Anderson. You said.
Yeah.
But Saquon looks like he. Oh no, Thursday they might not. Yeah, they might need to get a running back for Thursday. You don't want to rush Saquon into a Thursday.
Yeah, I think
game.
Saquon should miss Thursday, and I just came back. But if
because Gallman's not coming back from a concussion on Thursday.
Mm-hmm. So that's the thing. Do you think that Shermer is going to go with somebody who knows his system, or does he go with somebody that has been in the league and can play running back? So,
well, that also is true because it is a short week to learn a system also. So, like, it depends who you're
but if you're
going to sign.
Playing running back for 15 years of your life,
I know.
You can pick up a system.
But this is
elementary.
This is also where you see a move where, let's say Pat Shurmur signs a guy, it's someone that has played for Pat Shurmur in the past. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if I see that either.
What, a Matt Asiata or something?
I don't know. I don't know
when
who
the
it would
Rams
be.
signed C.J. Anderson last year. Was he on the team the whole year, or did they sign him during the year?
I think it was during the year. I think it was.
Yeah. Had he ever worked with what's his name? The head coach McVay.
Well, that's because Gurley was hurt for a while and stuff, so they wanted
they just
him.
Need a guy for one game.
This is not the Giants don't have that case.
But see, here's the thing: it could be a guy for one game, or it could be a guy who then plays amazing and still somehow holds on to a spot.
That's what I'm saying. If Saquon's not coming back for 6 more weeks, you sign the best guy available, regardless of knowing the system or not, because he's going to be on the team for a while. But if you don't want to rush Saquon back, which is the right decision, then your best bet is to possibly sign someone that knows the system over someone that doesn't, just to get through this one game, which I don't 100% disagree with. But what I'm saying with the Jets' fault is I disagree with them doing that because Luke Falk is abysmal. It's a more important position on the offense, and the fact that they have the mindset of rushing Sam Darnold back, which is absolutely stupid in my opinion.
And I think it's because Adam Gase is getting a little nervous. I think he's feeling that.
You could say that kind of happened with Jay Gruden. He got nervous, felt the heat, rushed in Dwayne Haskins, looked like a disaster. Now he's fired.
See, but that's the thing. And yes, Jay Gruden obviously was let go this morning, but that's confusing a little bit because he did put in Haskins against the Giants. Did not go well. 3 interceptions. But then wouldn't you, with Keenum out, wouldn't you have maybe went with Haskins again to try to save yourself a little bit?
No, Haskins, he's not ready. He's not ready.
Jay Gruden said before he put Haskins in, he's not ready.
So
he put him in. Like I said on the show, I thought Colt McCoy was the next guy up because Haskins wasn't ready. You don't want to rush that.
Yeah, it was weird. He kind of contradicted himself. He said that he's not ready. He said that he wasn't starting the game, so Case Keenum started the game, and then he ended up, but he named him the number 2 quarterback. Why wouldn't you?
Was McCoy out last week?
Oh, I don't know. You could be right there.
It was maybe. Obviously, we got to look a little bit more. Maybe McCoy was out last week and Keenum went out hurt, or was Keenum maybe this week just inactive because you had McCoy and Haskins?
You can carry 3 guys.
Well, you could carry 3 guys, but
that game that Case Keenum got benched was against
the
Giants. Yeah, like if you know like this guy's not ready on the bench, why risk the future of your franchise on a game that's lost?
Maybe Keenum was hurt. Who knows?
Was he hurt that game? I don't know. Or did he just suck?
Yeah, I think he just got benched because he wasn't playing. They just needed a change at quarterback.
Yeah. But the Jets, I'm just watching the highlights right now. What a disaster. Yeah, the Jets.
I was going to say, the Jets
gave up
10 sacks?
10 sacks.
The Eagles had 2 touchdowns off defense. I just saw a strip sack where they tackled him and ripped the ball out of his hand.
They literally robbed the ball from him. Like they took it from him.
The offensive line, they added names like Hudson, Khalil, and they're not doing anything. Brian Winters regressing. 10 sacks against the defense that had 3 coming into this game. They couldn't do anything on the line. They couldn't do anything offensively. How many first downs did they get, honestly? How many first downs did they get? Can I find
what was the stat that was sent into our group? It was something ridiculous that they didn't score on like 30-some-odd drives.
Yeah,
they scored
an
offensive touchdown in 35 drives.
Yeah,
they did.
Like that.
Obviously, at the end of the game there.
The only reason why they scored an offensive touchdown too yesterday was because they had Trenton Cannon recovered a muffed punt, and it got them in the red zone. And then I think the very next play, they did an end around with Vincent Smith, the guy they signed off the Texans practice squad, and he scored on one play.
1 rush, 19 yards. Yep.
Yeah.
Now.
It was an end. It was a wide receiver. It was an end around.
Just got to get the Jets in the red zone. They'll punch it in.
They're
red zone offense.
2 for 2 in the red zone this season, but they've only been in the red zone twice this season.
That's bad. Oh, my God. You've only been in the red zone twice in 5 games?
It's awful.
I understand.
4 games.
Yeah, there's a bad quarterback there. But I told you this yesterday.
And I agreed with you.
Kyle Allen on the Panthers looks capable. Gardner Minshew.
Kyle Allen looks capable. Kyle Allen, it looks not great, but he's winning the games.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
The Panthers are winning,
games.
and he's looking good with Kyle Allen. Gardner Minshew's, they may not be winning a lot, but he looks like they can compete. The Steelers throw out Mason Rudolph out there, and they're not winning, but he's competing. Like, that's good. The offense looks like it's a capable offense. And then he gets knocked out. That injury looked horrible yesterday. And Hodges comes in, this third stringer off the practice squad. Hodges comes in and keeps the Steelers in the game. They still lost, but it kept the Steelers in the game. Then you have the Jets in the same situation as the Panthers, Jaguars, and Steelers, and they can't do anything. That's on the coach.
100%. 100%.
These 3 teams are going in there with guys that we go into the preseason this year, and you're not thinking these 4 names, Hodges, Rudolph, Allen, and Minshew, are even sniffing the field. And if they do sniff the field, it's a disaster. They come in and they run a capable offense, and they're making games winnable, or in Kyle Allen's position, they're winning games.
Minshew was winning.
He is. Minshew won like 2 games, I think. Rudolph won one last week.
And you can even make the argument that all those guys are better than Luke Falk, but it doesn't matter. The offense is
Luke Falk on any of those teams, he looks.
It's a capable offense.
He looks a lot better.
This offense
I
looks
wouldn't
like
say a lot better, but I would say better. It can't look this bad. I don't know how much better it's supposed to look, but it can't look this bad.
Yeah, and I honestly don't know if Adam Gase is going to make it to the end of the season. Everyone's saying,
no, he will because it's a pass. He will because it's a pass. He doesn't have Sam Darnold.
Unless Sam Darnold comes back this week and they consistently look like they did this past Sunday.
If Sam Darnold comes back and nothing changes, then he's on the hot seat.
Do you see Adam Gase breaks out a whole new playbook for Sam Darnold?
Could have did that week 1.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's another thing too. Week 1, I understand Sam was probably in the beginning stages of his sickness, mono and everything, but the offense was still flat. The play calling was still flat. It was still panic, thought of Le'Veon Bell, panic, thought of Le'Veon Bell. It was like every play was the Le'Veon Bell. It's like you got to switch it up. You got to air it out.
Every game it seems like Le'Veon 13 to 15 carries, 50, 60 yards.
The offensive line isn't helping at all.
It's not the offensive line he was running behind in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
And the offensive line, it can't do anything. 10 sacks yesterday. Yeah. Le'Veon ran 15 for 43 and caught 7 for 45. He can't be utilized right now because there's no good system for this quarterback they have. It all starts with the offensive line. You can have I'm not defending Luke Falk or Adam Gase or anything, but I'm just saying in a general stance. You can have Tom Brady and Saquon Barkley back there. If your offensive line is literal garbage, they're not doing what they normally do on a week-to-week basis.
Yeah. Well, no, this is true and all, but also
they'll make it work more than what Luke Falk and Le'Veon Bell are doing and stuff like that. But they're not standing out.
Yeah, but you also have to look at it that the offensive line is not good at all. Letting up 10 sacks, yes. But Luke also has to get rid of the ball a little bit quicker. That's also another thing.
100%. No, that's on him.
It's also on him being a bad quarterback.
Yes. Yeah, no, we're not fully blaming.
I'm
not fully blaming the offensive line. But to ignore the fact that, okay, all you got to do is plug Sam Darnold in and everything's going to be fine.
That's what many fans think, unfortunately.
There's still issues on this team.
Fans think that, once Sam Darnold comes back, we're going to be fixed and we can start making our steps back to being competitive. It's a far road ahead.
Yeah, no offense, Ringo. I don't want that to happen because I don't want the fans who are just not even close to realization on this to be right. Luckily, if Sam Darnold comes out and you get a great matchup and things just fall into place and he goes off and scores.
Well, I obviously want it to happen because that's just more credit to Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Adam Gase gets off the hook a little bit, and he still has his playbook.
He's
just
I don't
with
think
crayons.
he's on the hook right now. He's only on the hook on a deeper meaning that it shouldn't look this bad, but he doesn't he has the pass because he doesn't have Sam Darnold out there.
What we're saying is,
and that's just a fact. Should he have the pass? I don't think so, but he does just because Sam Darnold's not out there.
Yeah, he's a first-year coach without your potential franchise.
Exactly. You can't fire him off of that.
But that's what I a few shows ago I'm giving him a pass, and he still has that pass. But here's the problem: is if you're a coach in the NFL, you have to make changes. You have to switch things up. Like, how does no one see?
Yeah, he's doing a pretty crappy job right now.
That's a different argument, and he shouldn't be an NFL coach.
Got if this was Sam Darnold if this was Sam Darnold every week and they're 0-4 looking like this, then yeah, the seat might be burning up.
Oh, the seat's fuming.
Yeah, yeah, but right now he's got Luke Falk.
Yeah,
and yeah, he's doing a bad job too. Adam Gase.
If you see him switching things, trying new play calls, then okay. You see he's trying.
I'm not giving him a full pass.
No one's giving him a pass, but just
no one's giving him a.
You can't get him. You can get him now, but like the organization knows like, all right, what's going on, but like they can't fire him now.
Let's say he's fired today. That's the Jets would get criticized for that 100%.
Those people say like, yeah, it's a horrible start to the season and he hasn't looked good, but like it's you pulled the trigger too soon.
Exactly.
Yeah, but if you're a coach and you can't even change things around when this is the time of need, why am I going to trust this coach into the later season and hopefully
but then the organization just looks like a mess, like they don't know what they're doing.
They are a mess. Ringo, they already look like a mess.
They look like they're making irrational decisions. They're
exactly.
Coach 5 weeks.
Well, they made an irrational decision by hiring him in the first place.
That wasn't irrational. That was just it's not irrational. It's not like they hired a linebackers coach who'd been a linebackers coach 1 year. It was. I didn't like the decision. It wasn't irrational. It was a little bit up for debate.
Yeah.
All right, but quickly touching on two of the teams again with backup quarterbacks in there, and they look good. Jaguars, Panthers, Minshew, Allen. Quick question: do you think any of the teams, both, none, one, of these teams, when they get their starting quarterbacks back, is going to be riding the bench?
Foles ain't coming back.
Foles is out for the year, but he'll be here next year. Is Minshew Mania still going on next year?
You got to see how the rest of the season goes.
Ask me after week 17.
Yeah.
Same thing with Kyle Allen. Well, we don't know. Cam Newton will come back.
If Minshew gets better, obviously, and goes on a nice stretch to end the season, it's his job. Because what has Nick Foles done? I understand he's won a Super Bowl, but
what has Nick Foles done? Yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl.
But you still know what. But he did. He wasn't.
Sounded.
He didn't. I know he didn't. But he didn't like play the whole season and won the Super Bowl. Like Carson Wentz won 13 games.
To put Nick Foles on.
Carson Wentz won 13 games. Like
Bronco
13
team
games.
with Brock Osweiler and Peyton Manning. When Peyton Manning was at like the last year of his career when he was a disaster, and Brock Osweiler, who sucked, won a Super Bowl. So
I don't know.
Peyton played that. Well, yeah, you can make the argument that Brock Osweiler. Well, can you make the argument that Brock Osweiler did just the same, or if not more, than Nick Foles did? Because Brock Osweiler got them there. Peyton Manning went in the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz got them there, and Foles got subbed in.
Peyton Manning was in the game. What started the playoff games?
Mm-hmm.
He started all the playoff games?
I'm pretty sure he beat the Steelers. I know the Steelers lost to them.
Yeah, but Brock Osweiler did the season work.
Yeah. And then Peyton Manning went in the playoffs.
So it was the opposite.
Yeah.
So I think the more likely one is the Panthers right now. I think that Cam Newton obviously.
Right now, you're going to put the timetable as week 1 next year starting quarterback.
No, Cam Newton.
Because that's not fair to the Jaguars.
But Cam Newton, I think, even if you say Foles is coming back in the same time as Cam Newton, I think the Panthers are more likely to stick with Kyle Allen. Even though.
Well, you can say that right now, obviously. Oh, no, the Panthers are more likely to stick with Kyle Allen?
Yeah. Because obviously Cam Newton is an amazing quarterback, an MVP, obviously caliber player. He won one.
He won one, and then ever since then he's been not even close.
And that's the thing.
Even before that,
Kyle Allen is winning every single game he goes out there with. So if Cam Newton comes back,
it's been 2.
Two.
Hasn't it just been 2 games?
Yeah, it's been 2 games, not every single game. That's
you're acting like he went on a 7-game stretch.
It's been like 2 games.
I think it's been more than 2.
Like 3.
It's been 3 at most. I'm telling you, it's no
2.
more than. It's week 5.
Yeah,
It's week 5.
yeah. It's
Anyway, but what I'm saying is, when Cam Newton gets back, Kyle Allen still looks capable, winning games. I think Kyle Allen stays in there just because. What does it show the team?
Yeah, but will he still look capable is the question. We don't know that.
Yeah, obviously it's all mattering on when Cam comes back and what it looks like then. I'm just saying right now, I think the Panthers have to consider it depending on.
I have the Jets highlights going on repeat right now. I just saw a play where they did a play action, cold hike, play action. He did the play action to the wrong way. Le'Veon went left. Luke Falk went right. He did a play action to no one. Turned up, looked upfield immediately after the botch play action, got sacked. The sack happened, and I'm not kidding. Maybe
I think I know exactly what play you're talking about.
Real quickly, because that's a great segue into the other New York team, the Giants.
Danny Jones coming back to life a little bit.
Well, I don't know. It wasn't a horrible game. It wasn't a great game. 182 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. 21 of 38. So it wasn't horrible. But the defense obviously did what the defense does.
Kirk Cousins woke up.
Well, I don't know if he woke up or if he was just first in the Giants, but Kirk Cousins, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns, only 5 incompletions. Cook had over 200 scrimmage yards. Thielen, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. So everyone on that Vikings offense could do whatever they want. And it seemed like, I don't know if you two watched.
Say everyone on that effing offense.
That's
Well, that's how I feel, but
Yeah,
I can't say that right now. But I don't know if you two watched any of the game. It just seemed like every single time the Vikings wanted to, they would just do a play action, Kirk Cousins, roll out, someone's coming across the middle, easy completion for 20 to 30
I just watched
yards.
a play action screenplay, and they hit Dalvin Cook, and he's still running.
Yeah. I don't know why the Giants didn't eventually say, hey, they're going across over the middle every single time. But 28-10 final score. Giants lose to the Vikings at home. Dropped to 2-3. Jones 2-1. And I don't know. This game, nothing to really hang my hat on. I don't like hanging my hat on anything. But it just seemed like they couldn't get anything going, really. Some stuff was questionable. They had a great play by Jabril Peppers, who's just been playing amazing the past couple games. Down at the 1-yard line, knocked the ball out from Dalvin Cook, recovered it right there at their own end zone, and then the next play, the Giants' offense lines up, runs right up the middle. We don't think that the Vikings' defense, who is amazing, is going to come with everything they have.
Amazing. That defense is amazing.
They're a good defense. They're a top.
They're okay.
I think they're a good defense.
They're okay.
And they come with everything, a basic jailbreak, and Anthony Barr meets, I think it was Hillman in the backfield, 5 yards deep in the end zone.
Former Jet, Anthony Barr.
Former Jet. Yeah, I wish he was on the Jets yesterday. But good Lord, I can't imagine. Why would you?
Yesterday?
Yes, the Vikings got a safety. I can't imagine. How do you not try to throw the ball, get a few yards, get out of there? Did the Giants think they're going to surprise anyone with that run?
Every team does it. It's just a matter if you can just get out of the end zone.
But I hope they show you this safety, Jordan.
What was the score? I'm watching the highlights are just running right now. What was the score when it happened?
I think it was after the Slayton touchdown, which was a beautiful throw.
Yeah, it was a great throw, nice catch. I just saw that.
Yep, Slayton's been playing very well. It looks like he can be a big contribution to this team, but that safety was just
They need
horrible.
any weapon they can get, the Giants. Was Golden Tate back today?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yesterday?
Yeah, he had a few catches.
He did nothing, right?
Yeah, 3 catches, couple yards, nothing great. But then also they had the Vikings stopped, 4th down. They're going to be punting it away. Jenkins got called for hands to the face. The Vikings drive keeps going. Vikings end up with 3 points. So that was 5 points, not going to do anything, but 5 points that just off of dumb mistakes by the Giants.
Hey, bad teams make bad plays. I said it all day during the Steelers game yesterday. Bad teams make bad plays. It happened yesterday. I think I'm about to get to the there's the fumble.
Yep. Jabril Peppers has been playing very well past couple games.
Yep.
So it's exciting. He can lay the wood. He ran through Adam Thielen when Adam Thielen was trying to block, and then ran through Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, that was a nice punch, and then here comes the run. Oh, my God, they tackled him immediately.
Right? Like, what are we doing here?
There were 3 guys in the backfield.
Anyone could have tackled
There
him.
were 3 guys in the backfield.
Anthony Barr just happened to be the
Barr,
one that got there
Kendricks, and
first.
one other dude were just sitting in the backfield. Maybe
It wasn't
God.
they just wrapped him up right there at the end. No, they basically got him at the Giants logo.
Yeah, it was bad.
So
That
just
was
stuff
bad.
like that. Sherman has to do better. You're on your one, still trying to fight in this game, and you
I
throw
just
that
saw
out
it.
there.
I just saw it now.
It wrapped it up immediately.
Yeah, you guys thought I was kidding? This was horrible.
No, I was looking forward to it, but yeah, that was a bad game. Bad game for the Giants. Daniel
And
Jones
doesn't-
looks like okay, whatever.
I was gonna say I'm still excited for Daniel Jones.
Yeah, it's-
Last game, yesterday it was nothing great, nothing horrible.
He has to do, like I said with Sam Darnold, this is how I judge Sam Darnold's performance last season. Just be like, just don't be a disaster. Just be like, okay, you could be really good.
Yeah, and that's
No, you need to see that Daniel Jones is keeping the game competitive. That's
Yeah.
a
Like I
big
say,
thing.
and he did. There was another Daniel Jones run, 3rd and 5 or 3rd and 7, what have you, and the pocket was collapsing. No one was open. You could see they showed you the camera angle. Everyone's covered tight. Escaped right up the middle. Got his first down. So he could keep defenses a little bit in check with that. That's something the Giants haven't had.
Yeah, you don't want to it's once in a blue moon you're going to get a Patrick Mahomes season, but that's a rarity. So don't expect that.
No, Daniel Jones is going to look like a rookie quarterback because he is a rookie quarterback.
Yeah.
And he's going to make rookie mistakes. He's going to have that all for the rest of the season. But you just got to hope that they're not too constant, and you got to hope that he stays competitive. That's the same thing I was hoping for Sam Darnold last season.
So, yeah, like you look at it, good and bad in that game. Good. Slayton touchdown, beautiful throw right into his hands. Bad, the interception. Anthony Barr literally was on the line. Guys coming over, quick slant. Anthony Barr drops back 3 yards right into his hands. So
Yeah,
it's just, good and bad.
Yep.
You take it with
You
you can.
just need to have a bigger sample size, and you'll see where he's at the end of the season.
Sad
Yeah.
part about this game is they don't have, well, they shouldn't think about it much, but they go right into the Patriots. Not a whole week, couple days, Thursday night game.
3 more days, and the Giants are back on the field. So
We'll get into that Thursday night game right now, I guess, because
yeah, we'll
we do
finish
our
up the
classic
show
pick.
with our picks. Yep. We'll end it here.
Well, you know how we always go 1 and 2 on this show. Always go 1 and 2, no matter what.
Just what's
Well,
our Thursday picks?
All 3 of us did not go 1 and 2, and I blame Ringo. Ringo got the 2 and 1 effect, and me and Jordan are here to pick up the scraps at 0 and 3.
Yeah, we went 0 and 3. So now
Not a good week.
we're going with the Thursday night picks. Patriots at home, minus 16.5 point favorites. I'll take the Patriots 16.5. That defense is too good on the Patriots. Ringo quick, Tom quick.
Tom goes first.
Ringo, go ahead.
I don't know what to do yet.
Okay, Ringo, this is what you always do.
All right,
Go.
ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Patriots.
Okay, Tom. 1,
I don't
2,
like
3.
it though.
I don't.
Tom. 1, 2, 3.
Giants.
Good. All right. So there's our Week 5 Sunday report. Giants and Jets looking kind of flat. Jets more of a disaster as of now. There's our Thursday picks. Giants are going into Foxborough on a short week against the undefeated Patriots. Jets now will go against the Cowboys at home Sunday at 4:25. Expect another loss. We'll be here Friday, see what's going on with Darnold. Will he be back? Will he not be back? Still up in the air for now.
We'll talk about the Giants' loss.
Yeah. We'll be able to recap the Thursday game of the Giants going into the Patriots. Mm-hmm. And hey, we'll come back to you Friday. We'll know what's more going on. We'll probably have an ALCS and an NLCS by Friday. Yeah, I think even with the series staying alive tonight, we're gonna have an AL.
I was gonna say we might have it tonight.
Yeah, we might have it tonight. Every game's a brink of elimination game.
I'm going
tonight.
3 of them are finished tonight.
Yep. So,
well, I got to do my quick stat here. Christian McCaffrey, 237 scrimmage yards for the Panthers. The whole Chicago Bears offense against the Raiders, 236.
Yeah, McCaffrey went off in London, right? Wasn't that game overseas?
Well, no, the Bears versus Raiders one was.
Oh, yeah. What am I doing? Oh, you just said, yeah, the Bears yesterday.
Yep.
Yeah, McCaffrey went off with Luke Falk against the Jaguars. And I had the Jaguars winning, but guess not. All right, let's get to it for the Impractical Talk Sports Show. We'll see you guys Friday. Jordan, Tom, Ringle, we'll see you then.